Hey y'all, welcome back. So the weather's starting to get a little bit colder here, so we're gonna make some taco soup today. Very easy recipe, quick to throw together, and you can change it up with a lot of different flavors for whatever you like. So it's really moldable. It's very easy to follow. You'll see as we go. It's almost all built around canned foods, which you can substitute with fresh foods, but this makes it an easy winter meal to use up some of those vegetables that you have in the pantry, and we're gonna get started. So you'll see that it's about building with what you have. So you can top it with cheese, sour cream, everything like that. Very easy recipe though. Just make it to what you like. All right, y'all, so we have our pot heating up. I just have a little bit of oil in it, and really you can even skip this step if you have a higher fat content in your ground meat. But I just have it on a medium-high heat and to get it heating up, and we're gonna dump in our ground beef. So you want, for this recipe, about a pound of ground beef. We're just going to kind of break it up and get it cooking. Now this is a small batch of taco soup in my opinion, but you can easily double or triple this. Now this is a leaner ground beef, so I may need to add a little bit more oil as I go. We'll just kind of see how much oil and fat renders out of it. Because about halfway through the meat cooking process, I'm going to toss in a whole chopped yellow onion. My onion I usually use about a medium-sized onion, but the one I had today was fairly large. So that's what I went with, because I like more onion in things like this. Try to fill it in to give it a little bit more flavor. If you have a heavy base pot, I would suggest using that too, just so you can get all of those flavors off the bottom of the pan when you add in your soup juices. So our meat's about halfway cooked. I'm going to turn it more to a medium. I pre-chopped a yellow onion. I'm going to put that in with it. I don't like pulling the meat out to put in onions to sweat them down, things like that. I don't like messing up an extra bowl. So this is why I do it about halfway through, and the texture in it doesn't bother me. It does the job still. All cook for just a minute while we prep our canned vegetables. So for this recipe, we're going to add in an 8-ounce can of tomato sauce. You can use whatever brand you like. I usually add in a can of whole tomatoes, but I don't have any, so I'm going to use the diced tomatoes. Use what you have. It's not going to make a huge difference, but you do need a can of tomatoes. I like cleaning off the top of the lids of my cans just because dust will settle. We have a lot of our cans outside in our outside pantry also. So even if they're from the grocery store, just to give them a little clean off the top of it. But you'll need an 8-ounce can of tomato sauce, a 14-ounce, 14.5, whatever it is, ounce a can of tomatoes, whether whole, diced, stewed, whatever you like. Now, if you get the stewed, just remember, don't get the Italian stewed. Those flavorings are great for Italian flavored dishes, but it's not the flavor profile you're going to be building with this dish. But you'll have those. You're going to get a can of corn, or you can use about a pound of fresh corn. Y'all ignore that, I have something else going in the oven. but about a pound of fresh corn, or you can even use frozen corn, about 2 cups. And then we're going to be using 3 cans of undrained, the corn you will drain, but 3 cans of undrained chili beans also, which are basically just like pinto beans in a chili sauce. Like I said, you can make this a lot more complicated if you want to, but if you don't have to, why do it? Okay, so here's where we're going to add our seasoning, and I'm just going to start with a packet of taco seasoning. And as this, after this simmers, we'll do a taste test and see if we need to add more seasoning or how things are. But usually 1 packet of taco seasoning does me pretty good. I'll probably add in some extra chili powder or cumin, or you could add in a partial or another taco seasoning if you feel it's necessary. If you'd rather keep it simple with just adding the seasoning packets. Simplicity is the best way for me to keep at it and keep food on the table. Make it something that's doable. Let that all cook together for a second. Let's get some juices in there and go ahead and get things mixing around. So we're going to start with a can of tomato sauce. And our chili beans. And we're just dumping all of the cans in at this point. When I told y'all it was simple, I meant it's simple. Now you could add extra, like if you wanted to chop up some peppers or something to go in it, you can always do that. I'll also add in about a cup of water, but I rinse my cans and let the water pick up some of that extra juice and stuff from like the tomato sauce can and the chili bean can. So we're just going to mix this all around, making sure we're getting all that flavoring off the bottom of the pan. Get like about a cup of water. And I just kind of toss it between some of the cans so we can soak up that extra sauce and everything that's in here. And that way it's less of a cup of water and more a cup of water with some extra juices. Get it all mixed around. Now I have made this with turkey meat before, and that works really well, except I find I need more seasoning whenever I use ground turkey instead of ground beef. So there are other options. If you're not a beef fan, you can always use some ground turkey. Alright, so we're going to turn this to just a low medium heat. I'm going to cover it and let it simmer. We've got some onion on the side. for about 20 to 30 minutes. We'll check on it in just a little bit and we'll see how it's doing. We'll keep stirring and keep those juices moving. There we go. So it's been 20 minutes. We're going to plate it up, but we're going to taste it first and see how we're doing. And turn it down just a little bit. It's on a medium-low heat right now, but this pot holds heat really well. So it's bubbling away. Tastes good. So, don't really need to add anything to it. I'm gonna plate it up and let y'all see how I top mine. Get some of the extra juice. And let y'all see. So I'm going to add in a little bit of cheese. And then we like avocado. So put a little avocado on top. Now personally I will cook with sour cream, but I don't like sour cream. So I probably wouldn't mind it so much in this since I'm going to kind of mix this in anyway. But I don't put sour cream on mine. I know a lot of people do. But I do like some avocado. So, or love avocado as I should say. So this is it. Like I said, super simple. You can even do this on a weeknight and be ready to go. All you have to do is spend the time to saute your meat, season it, add your onions, and everything else is kind of a dump and go. Alright, hopefully you like it and let us know what you think.